Hello, everyone, and welcome to another CineQuest Reviews. Today, we're going to be talking about a movie that brings me so much joy to talk about, only and if only because Nicolas Cage is Dracula.
Yeah.
Renfield.
Let's be real here, man. That's what it's all about, dude.
That's right. Renfield is directed by, I don't remember. It is a fun movie. This is one of the ones I was excited to watch initially, and it literally could have had nothing on the poster, but it was a black background in the poster, and it says Nicolas Cage as Dracula, and I'm there. That's all. It didn't even have to have any other characters. It could have been him monologuing for an hour and a half, and I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, man.
But we got more than that. We got some more characters, They're still violent and stuff. But let's be real, the best part of this movie is Nicolas Cage.
Of course, without a doubt. You could have just shot Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula all over again with Nicolas Cage. Great.
Dude, that would have been awesome. That would have been hilarious.
Creatures of the night.
You can imagine him as a werewolf.
The half werewolf scene or whatever the fuck. Yeah, man.
And you know what? Especially if he doesn't, he looks like partially hairy, but he has that fucking face on him. Mm-hmm. You'll see a picture of his face, but when he looks at fucking Winona Ryder or something, and he just has the fucking smile, and he's like just going to town.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. That would have changed Francis Ford Coppola's movie. You know what?
Let's just redo all vampire movies.
Make that happen. You can make that shit happen.
Redo all vampire movies, Nicolas Cage. Fucking, I want to see Kiefer Sutherland. Who? Motherfucking Nicolas Cage, please.
Lost Drac.
Come on, yeah.
Can you imagine? You know what? With AI now, that it can make this shit happen.
You're eating maggots. You're eating maggots, Michael.
Oh shit! Like no subtlety whatsoever, man. You can imagine that shit. Yeah. Oh my god, dude! You'll never grow old. Yeah. And you'll never die. I'm just thinking Vampire's Kiss, just his face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mind you, I've never seen Vampire's Kiss.
You haven't yet?
Don't come at me about that. I'm gonna watch it. We'll do a podcast about it. All right, Vampire's Kiss coming soon. But I've never seen it. I've only seen that.
Yeah, you gotta watch Nicolas Cage trying to take on a yuppie affect, or I guess like an 80s stock bro for that time or whatever. Like, oh my god, dude. I can't believe you haven't seen Ray.
Well, I mean, I've only seen the clip when he's just like getting pissed about the filing thing, and he's like, "A, B, C,
dude."
D,
But honestly,
that's funny on its own.
It is funny. This may be like I may have a lot of derision from this shit, but straight up, I think actually there's like scenes later on in the movie, Ray, where he goes like crazy and he's like walking the streets, and I think he does a great job just playing. Of course, he always plays crazy well, but this shit, dude, like you need to see Vampire's Kiss. I fucking love that movie. I know it's him being like over the top, but he does it so well. That's what we come to expect from Nicolas Cage, man.
Unless he's like a subdued character and really honing in on his dramatic role, like Pig.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
That
I thought you were gonna say Con Air.
Put the bunny back in the box.
What other fucking things has he done that's like just over the top? I mean, Con Air was ridiculous. He did. Well, you know what? He played it pretty straight in 8mm. Yeah. 8mm. I'm turning to Nicolas Cage, man. Shit. He did a pretty good job in that.
8mm.
Yeah. Now he did a pretty good job of being like playing it straight in that one, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, he can do it.
Yeah,
like it's fairly possible for him to do it. Like he's either like really honing in on his craft, or he's just fucking going like crazy, Like and you don't know where the line is with him, like especially if you're gonna go watch a movie. Which Nicolas Cage are you really getting? I don't know sometimes.
Yeah, and he can direct that. He can direct that craziness, that energy into like a really like Mandy. It fits well in the movie because he just like when he goes psycho and he's like drinking the vodka out of nowhere and shit. It works in that movie. Well, it's a very chilling scene, and it's like that works. Like all energy being directed in like something creepy, or like what I mean, like dramatic, like that works, man. Honestly, dude.
There's been a string. I think one of the duds for me specifically with Nicolas Cage is whenever I think this is like universally panned by most people, and one of his worst acting jobs too is whenever he did Wicker Man.
I've never seen that remake. I just know the bees.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just not good,
Yeah,
but I mean, he's had a string of like really good movies that they're not hits or anything.
Yeah,
but they're done really well. You know, like Mom and Dad was good. The Color Out of Space was good.
Yep.
Mandy was fucking amazing. It just looks great. It's acted well. All that kind of stuff has a very slow burn tonal eeriness about it. You know.
Well,
Pig was one of my favorite movies of the year.
Pig,
Like a surprising film.
Leaving Las Vegas, he did a real good job
yeah.
in that. Have you ever seen Bring Out Your Dead? Or Bringing Out the Dead?
No.
That one's good too, man.
I
Bring Out the
haven't even
Dead.
seen a season of The Witch either. I think he does that one too.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's not one of his best movies. But hey, fuck it, I'll watch it. Bring Out the Dead's a great movie. I love it. It's another movie where he plays like serious roles, an EMT guy. But damn, we're just going down the whole list
of like
Nicolas
great
Cage
Nicolas
movies.
Cage films. Let's go back to Renfield.
Let's go back to Renfield. That's what we're here
We
for.
do have Renfield being played by Nicholas Hoult, I believe is his name, and the girl who plays the cop,
Another
is
Nicholas?
Aquafina. I think that's her name.
Yes.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember her name in this. Yeah, she did a great job in the movie too. She was hilarious.
And then you have
she's cute.
Ben. You have Ben Schwartz, who voices Sonic the Hedgehog, playing a fucking villain.
Which one was?
The main guy, the main asshole.
Which one, man? I don't.
Well, he's the guy. He's the son of the main mafia person.
Wait, that's the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
I don't know. That shit. Yeah, he plays a good like kind of. I think I'm tough, but then I'm like he's
really
not.
pussy,
He's
yeah.
a big pussy. Yeah.
Yeah, but then he gets. Okay, let's not get spoilers in that. How the movie turns out, but it was weird to see him play that character. I've only seen him in a comedic role, especially. I think the most I've known him from, and I forget the name of his character. He's comes out in Parks and Rec, and I know him more from that, and I really like his character in that film because he's just like annoying. He's kind of loyal, but he is a pain in the ass, and he's a rich kid too. And his sister is also very much a pain in the ass. But anyways, I know him from that, and of course he voices Sonic the Hedgehog. And now I see him in this, and it was a departure. Yeah, he's being funny. He's doing it in a very comedic way, but
he plays a good.
He is an asshole in this movie too.
He plays a good like Italian mob kid from a Russian mother, like living in New Orleans.
Is that lady Russian?
But
that lady has like
maybe it's more like a French accent, but it's like he has like I'm an Italian mad guy, and I'm like,
it's like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, is this the son of this woman? Well, I guess the dad's on the picture, but the mother has more of accent like this.
She sounds like Miley Cyrus.
Really?
Yeah, she has that very deep voice.
But she has like an accent, like it's like some kind of European accent,
extremely deep though.
But then the fucking son is like, yeah, you fucking bastard, like all this shit. With the Lobos. I was like, shut the fuck up, dude.
So, I mean, in this movie, Renfield is he's come to realize he's in a toxic relationship that's going nowhere with Dracula, and he's being stifled. He can't live his life.
I'll be honest with you,
man. He
man.
wants to live his life.
This movie made me think a lot about my relationships. I was like, hey, I'll be honest with you, we've all been there, right? Maybe at some point. Overbearing, partner or some way. Anyways. Thought that was an interesting concept. Of course, if anyone's seen, like, again, I'm not to bring it back, but Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, Renfield always has like a very, well, maybe in like the original like Dracula movies, did he have more of a part? I mean, in the main story, obviously, he's like his servant.
In all honesty, I've never really seen completely and thoroughly any like the Bela Lugosi ones.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say the Francis Ford Coppola. Ray, we can shut this off right now.
I own that movie. It's great.
Okay.
But I will say that Nicolas Cage did kind of resemble a bit, and they did a few kind of like throwbacks to that.
Which I thought that was fucking cool.
He did a great, like the eye lighting.
I thought that was cool. They went back and did all like the Hammer film versions, and like I think they even they did the Bela Lugosi one. I think they did the Christopher Lee version.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so because it's like where like the eyes were like bleeding and all. I think they did all those too, that was really cool. It's just kind of fun to imagine Nicolas Cage going back and if he was like of that time, like how would he play those characters. So that was pretty cool, man.
Again, AI, you can make that happen. Put Nicolas Cage as all vampire and Dracula roles.
Take Gary Oldman out, put him in that fucking huge Nicolas in that hair.
Dude, can you imagine that? He like comes up and you see his fucking face. I would like bust out laughing.
That'd be great, man. But yeah, I thought it was interesting because Renfield, they don't really talk about it too much in like the original stories. Other we just he's the slave of or servant of familiar. Well, yeah, they call him familiar in this movie. But it's kind of cool to like extrapolate a little bit on his story. So I thought that was kind of neat.
It's loose, it's not too deep. they do like talk about like when he first met him, and then when he throughout the years and all the instances where they have to travel and move up and stuff like that, and how he has to start over, and he's only living for Dracula and he can't live for himself, and he's finally come to the realization that, you know what, I deserve a nice life too. And he tries to he joins a support group, and they kind of encourage him to he gets like an apartment and all that kind of shit. It's funny, but it's also very violent and very action packed. It reminded me a little bit of Malignant, whenever like the whole kick ass scene when they're in the jail and starts he starts beating the shit out of everyone. But because it just turns the corner, because you don't ever see in any version of Renfield him kicking everyone's ass like this, but the bugs give him this like superpower where he can kind of take on all these people.
I'm gonna tell you this, Ray. The best Renfield I've ever seen other than this movie is Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Yes, that's a good one. Yes. Is it Steven Weber?
I think so.
Is he Renfield?
It's the guy with the curly hair. I don't know his name. He comes out in a bunch of movies. Like he's
the guy from Wings. I'm thinking. Is he Renfield?
No. The guy from Wings is not. I think he's Harper.
That's right. That's right.
I can't remember his guy's name, but he's like. He's eating the bugs. He's like, I just saw you with the bugs. And he's like the little.
It's Milo. It's the guy.
Milos from Ghostbusters 2. Yeah. That guy. He's like, I just saw you with the bugs. He's like, He's like kicking out of his mouth and shit.
Yeah. See, that guy playing Renfield is funny.
Yeah, that makes
he just has.
He plays a good insane Renfield. Yeah. See, that's another thing too. Like this, usually they depict Renfield as crazy.
He's a very handsome man.
He's a charmingly befuddled Renfield. But they always show Renfield as like wacko. It's like out of his fucking mind.
Tom Waits and Francis Ford Coppola. Like, he's in Joe. He's just like, oh master.
Yeah. And they don't show him like this one. He's just a guy. He's just a little bit. Kind of oppressed, I guess, in a way. You know what I mean? So
he's just a man.
It's an interesting concept.
Wants to live a life. That's all.
He's tired of living underneath Dracula. And there's some scenes, not to spoil it, but little interactions between Renfield and Dracula. It's just Nicolas Cage shines like a motherfucker with his typical crazy ass acting.
You know what I thought was funny? I don't know if this was deliberate, but whenever he's talking to him, like he's doing the monologue with Renfield. His teeth look like they're like dentures and stuff. I feel like they were just too big for his mouth.
Oh, really?
I was expecting them to kind of fall out at some point, but I don't know if that's just me, like just the way it looked. It's just because they're just big teeth for Nicolas Cage,
Yeah.
And I just wondered how like he could speak under all that nonsense, but he does a great job because he's Nicolas Cage and he's a professional, and he can really deliver as Dracula. It was just so fun. The only thing this movie left me wanting was more Dracula time on screen. Even when he's like trying to regain his strength and he's like talking, he has like the map and shit over. Like with all that nonsense and like he's just like totally crudded up and stuff. He's smooth. He's collected. He's very Nicolas
That makeup
Cage,
effect was good too.
Yeah, it was good.
Great makeup effects. And I like that whole like set they had in that, like in the dilapidated building he was living in. I mean, I don't know to spoil it, but like the way they had those, like I guess you want to call it like his throne.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Right? Yeah,
I thought that was pretty.
That was
neat.
interesting.
Yeah, the way it had like backlit and shit. Nicolas Cage is Lestat in Interview with the Vampire.
What?
Nicolas Cage is Lestat in Interview with the Vampire.
No, he's not.
I know he's not. I'm imagining.
Oh, you're not Louis?
No, man.
No,
well, maybe.
You know what?
No, because he could like.
He could take it to the top.
Yeah, he could take it to the top, man.
Yeah, Tom Cruise did a good job in that one. I say, but like,
well, yeah, of course.
You can imagine if. I mean,
well, let's be honest.
It was all.
They really let his true self out,
They really like let him keep his things for that one.
Yeah. Louis, don't run Hubbard. You gotta follow him.
He's like, I don't know about this, Lestat. Come on. You gotta release your
Let me just monitor you. Let me just give you some monitor.
We need to audit you.
Yeah, let me audit you.
Come on. Because, come on, Louis, we must audit you. But yeah, I can imagine Nicolas Cage playing that character because, I mean, he goes off. Nicolas Cage can go off as Nicolas Cage. And again, you have to assume. You have to assume that any role that Nicolas Cage does, he's not going to do that character. he's gonna do Nicolas Cage as that character. You know, so it's like for sure, like it's him doing that character. It's not just him.
It's a
becoming
better
the character.
version of Kevin Costner. Right? Kevin Costner just makes every character Kevin Costner, but it's not that interesting. Honestly,
It really, yeah, it can. He needs work.
He made Robin Hood Kevin Costner. So
he made Robin Hood American.
now, yes, now only Nicolas Cage can do that. And also, the way they did Dracula is like being like straight up truly immortal in this movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was really hard to kill.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, but
this one, I guess, it was more supernatural. You know, like at least we see it. You know, he can obviously turn into a bat, multiple bats, not just one bat. And he can kind of turn himself into like a real thick mist, and like you see it in the trailer, so this is not a spoiler. Yeah. When he goes into like the priest's mouth, and then like he explodes. Yeah, that's at the beginning of the fucking movie. Like I was like, we just saw the whole trailer like right now in the first 5 minutes of this fucking movie. Yeah, fun.
They're doing a lot in trailers.
Yeah, they are doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was a fun movie. Again, violent, action packed. Everyone does a fun like keeping the comedic element going. Like I said, Aquafina's like kind of like an over-the-top cop as well, trying to solve her father's murder. And of course, she has to kind of like make decisions on whether or not she's gonna kind of like continue or just kind of like submit, you know. So it does touch on a level of like corruption in the city that sucks, because I'm pretty sure that's the way it is in a lot of big cities. But at least she held true and she was really trying to like make a difference. And now she has a supernatural Renfield to help her. Yeah, it need be.
Well, I feel like all that corruption kind of ties back to the theme of like what Dracula's talking about. So, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I thought it was a great movie. Honestly, exceeded my expectations of what I was going to... Because I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I know it's a movie more about Renfield, but when I found out that it was going to be less about Nicolas Cage Dracula, I was a little upset. But, you know...
it's called Renfield.
No? Oh, I know. And he had a good amount in there. I guess it would have been too overbearing if it was just Nicolas Cage Dracula, like... Right, for 2 hours or whatever. But no, honestly, it was a good movie. You know, it ended up being more than just, you know, the whole Nicolas Cage thing. I mean, obviously he, you know, carried a lot of it, but even the other stories are pretty good. I don't know. I like Renfield.
The side story, like he's a character who wants to get out of a toxic relationship, and he has to find the strength to do so. Especially with this supernatural being who can pretty much kill him.
Yeah. Action scenes were pretty good. Like the fight scenes were good. Yeah.
Overall thoughts and rating.
Ooh, I just hate the ratings, man. I just hate.
You want me to go? I'll go first, right?
No, you know what?
You go first, like, perspective. I don't want my rating to corrupt your rating, so you go.
Ooh, okay.
Remember, the whole world's watching, Bryce. What's your rating gonna be?
Talk about a toxic relationship here. Okay. You know what? I'm supposed to be 100% honest with you because I can't go more than Evil Dead, because if I do that, I feel like I'm going to be an asshole. For me, it was a 7 out of 10. It's a great movie. It's funny. Surprised me a lot. Honestly, it was better than I thought it was going to be. But, you know, Nicolas Cage carried it. Let's be real here. I mean, you kind of like just want to see more Nicolas Cage.
I know I do.
Well, yeah, for sure. The side stories were surprisingly, you know, good. But I guess that's not the side story. The main story was surprisingly good, despite the Dracula. But you know, Nicolas Cage carried it.
So 7 out of 10. Okay.
7 out of 10 for me.
I'm gonna go same as Evil Dead, and I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 because, again, it lacked some more Nicolas Cage that I wanted. But that is to say that is a solid 8 out of 10. Like, I wouldn't really change anything about it other than the fact that I just wanted more Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage did a great job. Everyone else did a great job. I just wanted more because both of these movies, this one and calling back to Evil Dead Rise, our review there, they're quick. They're like 90 minutes. They're fast-moving movies. Like, so it kind of just leaves you wanting more, which is good. I mean, you don't want to like. I wasn't looking for like a runtime of like 2 or 3 hours or anything, but I mean, just enough cut time into Nicolas Cage.
That's the Renfield director's cut, right?
Yeah, right. We'll see if that comes out. Yeah. But yeah, another 8 out of 10 for me, and I did enjoy it. I would watch it again. It seems like a fun movie, and it's just good to watch Nicolas Cage as Dracula again. So yeah, that'll be it. What do you think about Renfield? Tell us in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. We might, I don't know, it might take a lot out of me. I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna go watch Bo's Afraid, and I'm afraid I'm afraid to watch that one because I hear it's 3 hours long, and I've only heard snippets of people's reviews, and I've had to like stay away because I can't listen to anymore. I gotta take on my own perspective.
I haven't heard anything about it other than just I know Joaquin Phoenix was giving a PSA not to watch a movie on shrooms apparently. So I was like, that intrigued me. I think it's gonna be a quick 3 hours though. I mean, I don't know.
I hope so.
It's Ari Aster. Ari Aster?
It's Ari Aster. Yeah.
Ari Aster.
I'll watch anything he does. At this
Yeah,
point,
I mean, Hereditary, Midsummer. I do hear that he continues a theme of his in the movies he does in this one.
We'll see.
I'll let you think. I'll let you decide what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. I think it's gonna be like 3 hours and go by fast because it's gonna be very entertaining. I think so.
All right. Well,
we'll see.
Again, we'll see you next time. Bye.